Having the time of my life. I've never felt this way before.
Oh, that is a different song.
You sound like a horse eating oats.
Hey y'all, it's Daryl and Tammy.
Yeah, it is.
That's us.
That's us.
We're reviewing top 10 terrifying UFO abduction cases that even skeptics can't deny.
That's right. So he's probably gonna be real good.
Or not.
Or not. We're gonna break them down.
Because it's only a 12-minute video for 10 stories. So it's a minute of video.
We'll fix that one, Tammy. This will be a 30-minute video. You watch.
That aliens are real, so are we gonna start believing the people who said they were abducted by them? Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. I'm your host Emily, and today we're counting down our list of the top 10 terrifying UFO abduction cases that even skeptics can't deny. Coming in at number 10 is Antonio Villas-Boas. On the night of October 16th, 1957, Antonio Villas-Boas was plowing fields when he saw what he described as a red star in the night sky that approached him, growing in size. The craft began descending to land in the field, and he decided to leave on his tractor, but its lights and engine died, so he decided to continue on foot. However, he was seized by a 5-foot-tall humanoid who was wearing gray coveralls and a helmet. Its eyes were small and blue, and instead of speech, it made noises like barks or yelps. 3 similar beings then joined and dragged him inside their aircraft. Once inside the craft, Antonio said he was stripped of his clothes and covered from head to toe with a strange gel. He was then led to a large semicircular room through a doorway that had strange red symbols written over it. They then took blood from him and took him to a third room where some kind of gas was pumped into the room, which made him violently ill. Shortly after this, Antonio was joined in the room by another humanoid. This one, however, was female, very attractive. Antonio was then given back his clothing and taken on a tour of the ship by the humanoids. He was then escorted off the ship and watched as it took off, glowing brightly. When he returned home, he discovered that only 4 hours had passed. Now, did he help create one of the first alien-human hybrids? I think so. Number 9, Elizabeth Clarer.
What you think about that one?
My question is, how tall was Antonio? Because if somebody 5 foot tall came up trying to drag me out of a field, I'm gonna kick him.
True.
In the face. Even 3 of them. I think I could take 3 5-footers. Also, why'd they take his clothes and put jelly on him? Like, what's the point of that? I don't understand that. That's kind of weird.
Maybe to test how his skin would react.
Yeah, I don't know. And then, hey, here's a tour of the ship. Thanks for letting us get you naked and cover you in honey. By the way, here's where you can get yourself some gifts from the gift shop. Don't forget to tip your tour guide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about that seems weird. I don't like that one. I'm going to say I don't believe that one at all. I don't think aliens are going to abduct you, run tests on you, and then give you a tour of the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, and then, by the way, here you're back down in your field 4 hours later. Like they were just cruising by a random farm and they're like, hey, look at that. That guy's out there.
We'll pick that one.
Let's go pick him.
Yeah, I don't believe that. Next, Elizabeth Clarer.
Elizabeth Clarer was a South African woman who, starting in 1956, publicly claimed to have been contacted by aliens multiple times between 1954 and 1963. Her first visitation supposedly occurred when she was just 7 years old, and she was one of the first women to claim relationship with an extraterrestrial. She promoted an idea of a better world and beliefs in a cosmic consciousness. In her book Beyond the Light Barrier, she strived to convey a message of peace, love, understanding, and environmentalism, which she credited to the superior wisdom of an advanced and immaculately Hopian Venusian civilization. She also ended up promoting conspiracy theories of an international cover-up that kept vital information from the public and claimed to have been threatened with abduction to press her to revealing details about alien technology. Number 8, Terrell Copeland.
Wait, that's it? I'm gonna say I don't believe that. I think she just might be a little
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Cuckoo, yeah.
I know in the 50s and 60s, that was a big thing, was the Venusian. They believed that there were beings that lived on Venus that were far more advanced than us, but Venus's atmosphere just does not dictate that that would be possible. There's been probes that have gone down into Venus's atmosphere only to explode. So if anything lived there, it wouldn't be promoting environmentalism on Earth. Also, all of these aliens, if they're wanting to help Earth and be environmentally friendly and stuff, it ain't working.
True. I'm going to say I don't believe that because that just sounds like she had too much moonshine.
Yeah, I don't believe that one at all. That's not a good one. No.
The Virginia pilot Terrell Copeland claimed that he was abducted by aliens, particularly because he was a Marine. Terrell claimed that his first experience with aliens occurred in 2007 when he captured footage of what he believed to be a UFO on his cell phone from his apartment in Suffolk, Virginia. It was an orb of light, just a big ball of light. It wasn't moving, it was solid white. The other was directly across the street from it, up 300 feet above the ground, and was changing colors very rapidly, he said. He alleged that it wasn't until after he published the footage online that things truly became strange. I woke up from a nap by the sound of someone trying to enter my apartment, and I said, "Who is it?" There was no answer. You could see the doorknob moving and scratching at the door. The firearm, it was on my table, and my thought was to get up and check. Despite the urge to get up, Terrell was paralyzed and only able to move his eyes. Suddenly, he heard a voice through the door tell him, "You don't need that weapon, we won't harm." He then began to experience missing hours as well, and he was incapable of accounting for 4 waking hours during a span of 2 nights. I was in a room and I saw a woman who did not have complete human features. She had the typical black eyes that you hear about, she had an elongated skull, and that startled me. The next memory I have is me standing on my balcony waving at this cylinder-shaped ship, he said. Number 7, Charles Hickson and
Interesting what you think about that.
I feel like this lady needs to dig a little deeper. Gotta dig a little deeper. I mean, just like Tiana said, you gotta dig a little deeper, because I'm getting surface level bullshit at this point. Surface level bullshit at this point, and it's hard to make any determination about that. But also, for that particular incident, why are they coming to the front door?
Why are they breaking into his apartment?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, no, we're here for you. Who is it? Don't worry, it's just the aliens. Oh yeah, come on in, folks. It don't make no sense.
Well, he couldn't move.
Yes, no, I understand that. But I'm just saying, like, why would they come in through his front door? If they're able to do whatever they're able to do, then why would they risk exposing themselves to the neighbors? And somebody else seeing them.
I call bullshit.
Yeah, I call bullshit too. Like, they're just gonna go back, they're gonna go into his home. They're just gonna show up.
I call bullshit.
They ain't knocking.
Calvin Parker. The Pescalua abduction was an UFO sighting and alien abduction in 1973, in which Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker claimed they were abducted by aliens while fishing in Mississippi. On the evening of October 11th, 1973, 42-year-old Charles Hickson and 19-year-old Calvin Parker told the Jackson County, Mississippi Sheriff's Office that they were fishing off a pier on the west bank of the river when they heard a whirling whiz sound, saw 2 flashing lights, and observed
I heard a whirling whiz
object 30 to 40 feet across 8 to 10 feet high. They claimed that they were conscious but paralyzed, while 3 creatures with robotic slit mouths and crab-like pincers took them aboard the object and subjected them to an examination. Number 6.
Oh boy.
Thomas Reed.
See, I really think this is literally like a minute per.
It is. Yep, it is. I didn't like the way that fella looked. I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. I feel like he's just making that shit up so he could sell a book. Also, again, there's not enough context. You're scratching the surface level. I don't believe it.
I call bullshit too. Thomas Reed.
September 1st, 1969, Thomas Reed and his family in Berkshire County, Massachusetts saw a UFO. In the car with his mother, brother, and grandmother that night, the family noticed a group of glowing orbs dash out of the roadside trees. It came to a stop off the right side of the road, Thomas said. Everything got really calm. It was like being in the middle of a hurricane. It was just like dead silent. Then there was an eruption of crickets and frogs, and it got really loud, and that was it.
You can see the flare in her glasses.
Then the family suddenly got itself back in the car, but they had inexplicably lost 2 hours of memory. Stranger still, Thomas's mother and grandmother had somehow switched car seats. He said over time the family regained some memory of the incident, including
Did she
having been
say
to a
the mother and grandmother switch car seats?
He encountered something. It was
Were the children driving
world.
and the parents
hangar
were in the
before
car
it was
seats?
Huge. It was larger than a football field. The hallway we had seen was circular with a wide separation, almost to control the flow of traffic. And this one room had a bowed-in wall that was round, he said. Number 5, Whitley Strieber. Whitley Strieber.
Okay, hold on. Like, these are literally...
Oh, Whitley Strieber.
I ain't heard of no.
He'd been on Coast to Coast.
Travis Walton, that's literally the only... Oh, Dr. Albert Bender gets the rest of the video.
Ooh, yeah, look at that. Albert Bender. I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't even listen to that one. That's
Bro,
I zoned the fuck out on that one.
I told you, I thought this one was gonna be a dud.
Well, the people have spoken. They don't like our snake video, so I was just trying to think of something different that was still within the paranormal realm. Finish this one out and we'll see what happens with this. They seem to like the UFOs. I love UFOs. But again, I need more context. Whitley Strieber. I don't think it's Strieber. Whitley Strieber. I listen to him on Coast to Coast with Art Bell.
He looks like he looks like a guy from Chicago Med.
Ha! Yeah.
The psychiatrist.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's lighter hair.
I call bullshit on the last one too.
Strieber had written fiction for more than 40 years, and he said his writing streak was interrupted one night in the late 80s by an alien abduction in upstate New York. The alleged incident occurred on the night of December 26, 1985, as Whitley slept alone in his cabin in the woods. Woken by a strange noise, he saw a small non-human entity approaching his bed. Then suddenly it was morning. According to him, beings that he has since referred to as visitors entered his home and abducted him. Now, he also detailed another alien encounter that he claims took place in Toronto. Asleep in his Delta Chelsea hotel room in the middle of the night on June 6, 1998, Whitley claimed to have been visited by another mysterious stranger. I got up to open the door thinking it was a room service waiter. It was not. It was a man I described as about 5.5 feet tall, older looking, like someone in his 70s. He wore dark-colored clothing, a turtleneck, and charcoal slacks. He claimed the visitor stood motionless by the window for nearly an hour, expounding on the dangers of creating an intelligence more involved than its creator. He said it was the most extraordinary conversation I've ever had in my life. Number 4, Frederick.
I don't like this girl.
I think it was just an old man who broke in.
Yeah, it was just a random old man. This video sucks. I call bullshit.
On October 21st, 1978, Australian pilot Frederick Valentich disappeared into thin air.
Her background.
At 4,500 feet, after
Her cuts are rough as hell.
An unidentified craft was following him. Melbourne Flight Service insisted that there was no traffic near him, but the pilot was adamant. He explained that it had 4 bright lights and suddenly passed 1,000 feet above him at a remarkable speed. For 5 straight minutes, Frederick described its movements and shiny metallic exterior. Suddenly, he experienced engine trouble and said the aircraft was hovering and it's not an aircraft. Then they never heard from him again.
The aircraft is hovering, but it's not an aircraft. What the hell is it, Frederick?
That he had crashed, but a later search of the area yielded nothing. In 2014, a UFO action group in Victoria alleged that a farmer observed a UFO nearly 90 feet in length hovering above his farm on the morning following Frederick's disappearance. The farmer also claimed that the pilot's plane was stuck to the UFO, leaking oil. But again, Frederick and the plane have never been found. Ultimately, a few possibilities regarding the disappearance of Frederick exist: that he crashed and his remains were never covered, that he purposely disappeared, or, of course, he was abducted by aliens. Number 3, Audrey.
What you think about that?
I think he probably purposely disappeared.
Or he was like adult napped.
Generally doesn't happen. He purposely disappeared. They would have been able to find like his plane has transponders and stuff. They didn't go searching for it or anything.
Wait, he was flying a plane?
Yes, one of the last things that she said was that the plane was stuck to the UFO leaking oil.
Oh, I don't know.
How do we know that if they never found the plane?
True.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Also, she's wearing a Selena Gomez hoodie. I noticed that. That's what I was looking at instead of listening to this. Sorry. I zoned out. Bart.
And Debbie Hewins. Twins Audrey and Debbie Hewins said they were abducted by aliens.
I've seen them on...
About 5 years old or so, said Audrey, and a bright blue light would come into the room.
I've seen them on a UFO. Her background changed.
Like a foggy kind of misty blue light just shining through the whole house, and these two figures would come in. We have been up in crafts and seen our house from above. They're very good at mind erasing, or whatever you want to call it. They'll leave you with bits and pieces of things that you can remember. Debbie added, I remember one time being on a spaceship and standing there on the spaceship and the floor and the walls disappeared. They started doing all kinds of experiments on us when we were 12. While she was initially hesitant to come forward, Audrey claimed
How
that
can she
after
remember
a non-human
this?
entity saved her life from drowning in
They
the
didn't
ocean,
erase all of her memory.
She was inspired to dedicate her life to openly discussing her alien abduction experiences. Number 2, Travis.
I feel like, see, if I were the aliens, I would literally erase everything if I wanted to perform tests.
Yeah.
Or it could be a smart thing where they're like, we're just going to erase most of it, but leave bits and pieces to make sure everybody thinks she's crazy.
Yes, based on their appearance in the photo that they showed, I'm going to say that these two broads were crazy as shit. Also, I've seen them on, shit. I don't want to say UFO files, but one of those paranormal shows that was on like the Travel Channel where they talked about UFOs and alien abductions and stuff, and they were on there. And immediately my thoughts to these types of situations are, these aliens are traveling light years supposedly to come here. Why do they go for the dumbest people on Earth? Like,
well, because I don't think they're going to be missed. And also, if they're already the dumbest people, nobody's going to believe them if they try to say, hey, we were abducted by aliens.
That is a good point. I have thought about that, but also at the same time, if you're trying to hybridize aliens and humans, why would you take DNA
from like not intelligent people?
Yeah, some of these people look like brother and sister should, where their mom and dads were brother and sisters.
Yes, or they look like they never went to school.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You hear them like, well, when I was down on my Pa's farm, I was just out there farming this ginseng, and all of a sudden the light came up, and now I've got these beautiful Nordic hybrid alien babies that I made with the most beautiful alien woman. That makes no sense.
He been sipping the moonshine. Also, I know what ginseng is because I was watching Mountain Monsters and they found a patch of it.
Yeah, it's that ginseng.
They sell it for a really high price there. At least they did in like 2015.
Yeah, but it's cheap when you buy it when it's in the vitamin form. But I'm just saying, like, if they're going to abduct somebody to do alien-human hybrids and they have the capability of wiping people's memories, why wouldn't they abduct, like, the world's smartest people?
Like, who would you say?
Me. Just kidding. But I'm talking, like, theoretical physicists and scientists that think outside the box already.
I'd say, let me think.
Dr. Michio Kaku comes to mind. He's a theoretical physicist.
All right, do him. What about
Carl Sagan.
What about the Mandela guy? Nelson Mandela.
He was the leader of Africa.
No, what's the other guy?
Are you talking about Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Yes, that one.
Oh my. Not Nelson Mandela. But yeah, he would, that's, yes.
And then Taylor Swift.
So, maybe she's an alien hybrid. Maybe she was born in a pod. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if they have that capability to erase memories and stuff, you take the smartest people
and then erase their memory. They
would never know. But give them like the knowledge. I think I glitched out there. Erase their memory, but leave their knowledge intact, but give them knowledge of like how, I don't know, to me, theoretical physicists tend to think outside the box and have like ideas that most normal people.
Travis Walton.
Walton. On November 5th, 1975, Travis Walton was abducted by aliens, and he didn't return for 5 whole days.
1925?
Travis's abduction began
75.
after working at the Site Graves National Forest near Heber, Arizona. Travis
It's actually Heber, dumb broad, and it's in the Sitgreaves.
Shiny disc spanning 40 feet in diameter, hovering in the sky above them. He said it was a metallic.
Wait, they
glowing
measured
disc,
it?
making some very strange sounds. The closer I got to it, the more scared we all got, and they were swearing at me to get away from there. And when I got up close, it suddenly got louder and started to move. Travis then claimed that non-human beings abducted him and experimented on him until he fought them off. But as the being supposedly poked and prodded at him on a kind of table, 5 days elapsed on Earth where Walton was officially declared missing. I became conscious inside the craft, and I believe I was in the hospital. I was in a lot of pain, and as I became more conscious, I looked around and saw alien beings, and I just panicked. They were much smaller than me, and I think that's the reason why they gave up. Once they found out they couldn't control me, they split. Now later research conducted at the site of Travis's abduction showed an unusual growth rate in the trees where the craft had allegedly hovered. The trees near the site were found to be producing wood fiber at a rate of 36 times greater than they had been in the decades before. And coming in number 1 is
I believe that.
I would like to believe that, only because we live in Arizona, and it's
But that's crazy that
kind of a cool lore.
that specific trees grew 36 times faster or whatever she said, but only in that specific area.
Yeah, I remember seeing Fire in the Sky, which is the movie based on this story, when I was younger, and the scene where they start experimenting on him, gave me nightmares for days. Terrifying. One of the best alien movies I've seen. It's a really good movie. Whether or not I believe it, I don't know. It's, again, it's kind of the bumpkin thing for me. Like, why the hell are they picking him? He's just a logger out in the middle of nowhere. Like, what are they looking to do with a normal person? It just doesn't make any sense.
I think I got a bug bite. It's itchy. Dr. Albert Bender.
Dr. Albert Bender. One of the most famous instances of alien invasion was the case of Dr. Albert Bender. Albert was a very intelligent researcher with an interest in aliens and UFOs, and even founded the International Flying Saucer Bureau. It was successful as he began
The fuck's
to
a
gather
bureau?
evidence related to UFOs, but soon he began seeing strange men watching him around his town, reportedly with glowing eyes. Then one night in 1953, 3 men in black showed up to his house. The mysterious men looked at first to be government agents, but he soon discovered they were something from a completely different realm. The men made it clear to Albert that he was to immediately stop all UFO research and investigation and to cease any publishing. They then confiscated most of his findings before threatening him once more and vanishing. Then he had a second encounter where he was visited by 3 shadowy figures.
No!
They did not touch the floor but hovered above it, and they told him that their human appearance was an illusion and that whatever information he told people about their visitation would not be believed. They supposedly told him that they capture people from Earth and use their bodies to disguise themselves. Now, due to all of this, Albert was so afraid of the experience that he immediately halted all publishings, quit ufology, and turned into a completely different man. Years later, he published a book about his experience with the Men in Black and went on to manage a motel and never touched extraterrestrial research ever again. Well, that's all for our list of the top 10 terrifying UFO abduction cases that even skeptics can't deny. Do you believe in any of these abductions? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe while you're down there. I'm your host, Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
No.
Emily. I'm talking to you, Emily. Listen, no. You gotta do some more research. You gotta give more context.
To be fair, hold on. Okay, never mind. They have 7.84 million subscribers.
The hell are we doing wrong?
Everything.
It's the honesty. That's what people don't like. People want People want the bullshit. And I see right through the bullshit. Every one of them stories was bullshit.
Oh, bullshit.
Oh, bullshit. What else she got? Most amazing. 3,000 views 7 hours ago.
Hold on.
2,000 views.
What? I think I've actually seen this on my For You page.
Hmm.
Okay, well, maybe they buy their subscribers. Well, they have almost 3 billion views. 13,000 videos. Ho.
In 12 years. So scroll down and look at her there or whatever. Go back up. Go back up. Go back up. Scroll down. Just slightly. Okay, keep going. 4 hours ago, 7 hours ago, 12 hours ago, 1 day ago, 1 day ago. They're posting fucking 40 videos a day.
Bruh. I couldn't. And they're each 10 minutes,
long.
30 minutes.
Oh, that one's 3 hours and 31 minutes.
Bruh. Are they all the same?
And that shit got 7,000 views.
Welcome to our countdown of America's most mysterious towns. Places where everyday facades hide dark, real-life secrets. Today we're uncovering towns that aren't just small dots on a map, but have harbored chilling crimes.
Bruh. So we gotta post until we get to 13,000 videos.
Oh.
Well, that was... Oh, they can't even see the...
Maybe this is why we get 8 views.
They don't like the snakes.
They don't like the snakes. We understand that.
But you know what? You know what?
The snakes don't like
I
you.
like the snakes.
Snakes are cool. I don't know that that was necessary. But click subscribe. Beep, beep, beep.
Also, I must say during that video, at the end, the clicks on the buttons were far too loud.
They're very loud. Yeah, they were
Far too loud. Always do a once over with those clicks.
Yeah, paranormal, man. That's it. They like it. They love it. They want some more of it. I try so hard. I can't rise above it. Don't copyright me, Tim McGraw.
Click the button.
Please help us make more subscribers.
We gotta do that ourselves. Click the buttons.